Welcome to Motivation 99, where greatness come to get inspired. Gentlemen, listen up. What I'm about to share isn't some feel-good motivational nonsense. This is realpolitik, the cold, strategic truth about power. Over 500 years ago, Niccolo Machiavelli wrote The Prince, not as a moral guidebook, but as a manual for dominance. If you want to influence people, command respect, and win loyalty, this is the book that separates boys from kings. Let's break down its lessons, Machiavelli style. 1. Power is everything, and it must be taken, not given. The first law of the game. No one will hand you power. You take it. Machiavelli says a prince rises to power through two means. Virtù, personal excellence, courage, strategy, and decisiveness. Fortuna, luck or circumstance. But here's the truth. Luck favors the bold. The man who acts decisively, who creates his own opportunities, is the one who dominates. Fortune is a woman, Machiavelli says, and if you wish to master her, you must beat and batter her. Translation: stop waiting for the perfect moment. Seize it. 2. Appear virtuous, but don't be naive. Machiavelli tells us it is not necessary to be good, but to appear good. People judge by appearances, not by truth. To influence others, you must master perception. Be seen as honest, even when you're playing strategy. Be loyal until betrayal serves a higher purpose. Be compassionate, but never let mercy make you weak. In short, your image is your armor. Let people see the lion's nobility, but keep the fox's cunning hidden beneath the mane. 3. Be both the fox and the lion, Machiavelli's most famous lesson. The ideal ruler must be both fox and lion. The fox spots traps. He's clever, strategic, and deceptive when needed. The lion scares off wolves. He's bold, commanding, and feared. A lion without cunning will walk into traps. A fox without courage will be eaten by wolves. Balance both intellect and strength. That's how you become untouchable. 4. Fear versus love. Choose fear, with limits. Is it better to be loved or feared? Machiavelli asks. Answer: ideally, both. But if you must choose, choose fear. Why? Because love depends on others. Fear depends on you. Love is emotional. It fades. Fear is rational. It lasts. Still, Machiavelli warns, never be hated. People can fear you and still respect you. But once they hate you, they'll destroy you. So, command respect through discipline, consistency, and results, not cruelty. Be feared for your competence, not your tyranny. 5. Control the narrative. The man who controls the story controls the people. Machiavelli understood that humans crave leadership, identity, and meaning. So give them a story, your story, that makes them want to follow. Frame your wins as victories for the group. Speak with conviction. Uncertainty kills influence. Make people feel they're part of something bigger than themselves. The crowd doesn't want to think, they want to believe. Be the one they believe in. 6. Study human nature, not ideals. Forget about how people should behave. Focus on how they actually behave. Machiavelli says, people are selfish, fickle, and easily manipulated by appearances. This isn't cynicism, it's power. Once you accept human nature, you can use it. Reward loyalty publicly. People crave recognition. Punish betrayal decisively. People respect consequence. Offer hope and purpose. People follow visionaries. The man who understands others more than they understand themselves becomes their leader. 7th, decisiveness over doubt. Indecision kills respect. Machiavelli praises leaders who act boldly and swiftly, even when uncertain. Fortune favors the bold. You'll make mistakes, every alpha does. But a decisive mistake is better than timid hesitation, because leadership is about momentum. Once you move, people follow your motion. 8. Build a strong foundation, loyalty and strength. Machiavelli says, power crumbles without stability. To maintain it, you must secure your base, your loyal allies, and your personal competence. Eliminate threats early. Problems ignored today become assassins tomorrow. Avoid dependence. A prince who relies on others, mercenaries, favors, weak allies, will fall. True power is built on self-reliance and earned loyalty. 9. Adapt or die. Times change, and so must the man who wants to stay on top. Machiavelli admired those who could shift tactics, from aggression to restraint, from charm to ruthlessness, depending on the battlefield. In a world that's always evolving, flexibility is dominance. The rigid tree breaks in the storm. The bamboo bends and survives. 10. The legacy of the prince. At the end of it all, Machiavelli leaves one truth. The game of power is not about morality, it's about effectiveness. He doesn't say to be cruel, but to be smart enough to know when cruelty works. He doesn't glorify deceit, but he reminds us that truth without strength is ignored. Be the kind of man who understands the world as it is, commands respect without needing approval, leads not because he asks to, but because others recognize his strength. Gentlemen, the prince isn't about tyranny, it's about mastery. It's about shaping your world instead of being shaped by it. In every room you walk into, in every deal you make, in every relationship you build, remember this: appear virtuous, act decisively, command respect. Be the fox when it's time to think. Be the lion when it's time to strike. That's how men rise. That's how kings are made. That's how you win. Thank you for listening to Motivation 99. Kindly subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Stay motivated, stay inspired, stay great.